our stories, and this is what we do, and this is our world. So with that being said, I'm going to bring up some of my dearest friends. Let's have Mr. Ellis Rodriguez. Carlos Rodriguez. There you go. And Steph Garcia.
I don't feel thank you. That's my purse.
You brought your purse?
Well, Kristen was sitting next to me and I should fucking go.
So this is an accumulation of about 5 or 6 months. We worked with doctors, medical professionals,
This is totally
psychiatrists.
broken. Sorry.
Are you got the broken one?
Yeah.
Here, you take this one. I'll take the broken one. What did it do? Did it pinch your
Yeah,
butt?
no way to say it.
Maybe that was Carlos. So we've been working with doctors, medical professionals, psychiatrists, and making sure that we talk about the things that we need to talk about. And we know each other's stories, and we know each other events. So the first thing we're going to talk about is I want everyone to describe what your depression feels like when it comes on. For me, it's kind of like a cold. I can feel mine coming on for a couple of days, like you can tell when a cold's coming. And as a matter of fact, my wife, sometimes I'll tell her the night before, tomorrow, I can feel it coming on, and tomorrow's going to be hard. Sometimes you go to sleep, you feel fine, you wake up with a cold. And sometimes that's how my depression hits. Steph, how about you?
You'd probably have to ask my husband. Sometimes I just sleep and then keep sleeping. And then I'm like, I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to do anything. I just would ask him early on before I knew it was depression. I was just like, I just need a weekend by myself. Can you take the kids and just leave? And he's like, and I know it's hard on him, and I love you for doing all that. But like I needed 2 days to sleep, and then it lasted a year. And
What does it feel like physically? Do you feel physically different?
Physically, it feels like I can see I feels like I've jumped into a water too deep, and I've jumped back up to get my breath, and there's something there, and I can see it all, but I can't break the surface. That's what it feels like.
Nice. Carlos.
I don't have any depression. I lied about this whole shit because of the show. Trying to get the gig. Look at the gig. Hey, work is tough out there.
Comics are whores. They'll do anything for a gig. Oh yeah, dude, I got depression.
Yeah, famous people are taking up all the money. Will Smith just did it last night, and that's a gig gone now. Thanks, Will. My depression, it looks just like me. It looks just like me. It talks like me. It walks like me. Only thing is, it's like it always tells itself it's better than looking than me, better in every aspect. So the problem about my depression is it's always there, and it's always like talking, and it's lying to me. I gotta understand. I gotta remember that it's lying to me, because if I don't, that's another thing. That's what I was talking about in my thing. I was talking about that this is fun up here, and then I was like by myself, and I start hanging out with these two losers, I and me, and yeah, you, both of you, no.
I knew I was a loser.
And I'll start believing it. I'll start believing it. I'll start, no, you know what, that is true. You know what, I do that, and I'm not where I should be, or I'm not doing that, or this is, you know what, it's not even, yeah, you're right, it's gonna take too long. I could talk myself right now into depression. I think I just did.
Carlos gonna go take a break for a few minutes, and he'll be back when
You guys have all seen it.
when he's.
You just seen him. My dark passenger, Dexter, has depression. Dexter. Oh, that's stupid. If you've seen Dexter, you get it.
All right, Ellis.
All right, I felt a lot about this, and I knew I was going to get asked this. Okay. If my depression, this is the best way to describe it to you, is everybody for a second do this with me. In your head, say your complete name. Say your first, middle, and last name in your head right now. You hear that voice? Who the fuck is that? Is that you? Is that you? Because sometimes I hear that voice, and that voice says, hey, Tori Spelling walks into a bar, bartender says, why the long face? And I think, that's funny, I should write that down. Who was that? Was that me? And I hear voices, and I make jokes a lot about, with my friends about the voices I hear. I don't hear voices, I hear my voice, that same voice in your head that counts to 10. That voice, I hear that voice counting and asking, what is she looking at? Why is she, what is he thinking? I'm always in the moment, and I hear that voice. And then there's another voice, I'm adopted. You know, my dad was black and Native American, but he raised me traditionally black, and he left, right? And he doesn't think that's funny either, but it's one of those jokes, you know, you kind of had to be there. But I just never feel like I fit in. And there's always this voice in my head that's wondering, like, how do I fit in with the black side of my family or the Latin side of my family? There's a voice in my head that only speaks Spanish. You know, there's all these, and it's all me, but which one of those is me? And my depression, I'm going to tell you what it feels like. It feels like nothing. It doesn't. I wish I was fucking sad. You know, I wish I was happy. I wish I was anything. I wake up one day, and that might have been a year ago. It might have been 3 days ago. But the last time I remember something, I was me. And now I'm me again. And the time between that time and this time, I mean, I don't know who was there, but it wasn't me. I didn't feel anything. I wasn't present. And my depression has its ways. Sometimes I have a lot of energy and I'm manic and depressed. And I get a lot done. And I was in the Marine Corps. And let me tell you, you get a young man who can stay up for days at a time and has builds up aggression, they promote you. They don't give you help. I was a good Marine. And I'm a good
So I'm a Marine?
And so, like, to me...
You gotta pass your PT test.
And the P test.
You're out on 2.
I'm okay with that, just not the hair. Hair goes 7 years, and I'm like,
Long story short, like, I'm always fighting anxiety. That's my problem, is anxiety. And once the anxiety gets to a point where I can't handle it anymore, where I don't know which one of the voices is me, my body takes over. And it goes, I got you, buddy. And it goes to work, and it greets you, and it hugs my nieces and my nephews, and it does the fucking shows. It comes here, it tells dick jokes. Think about that. The day my mom went into surgery in Las Vegas, and I was going on stage, and I was like, my mom's having emergency surgeries. I did 20 minutes of killer dick jokes, like great. Like, I'm not gonna do them now because it's shriveled up to 9 inches. It's cold. But they're jokes, and that's what I'm fighting for. That's why I love comedy, is you can't fake a laugh. And that's what my depression feels like. It feels like not being me. It feels like not knowing who I am. It feels like not being connected to my fellow man. And that's why I love comedy. And that's why I've loved being a part of this and sharing with them, and them go, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So let me...
yeah, fucked up.
You cry first.
All right.
Everybody should go.